6 times since 1998, I'm reading this because I want to get it right, the Fed has cut rates between its regular meetings. Yeah. And each time it's cut its key rate at the next meeting. We know markets are pricing in a move on March 18th. And that was another reason, like, why didn't they wait? Why the urgency? But is it possible? What will you have to see to say, put the stock market to one side, we're going to cut again on March 18th?
So at this point, I will say it's too soon to judge, and I wouldn't presume what we're going to do in the March meeting. But I will say this, I'm going to be watching very, very carefully the path of diagnosed cases. Mm-hmm. That is going to be influencing my views on what the likely path is of containment response and the U.S. economy. And I'll be factoring that in as we go into the March meeting. But as I sit here now, I'll make a judgment in that meeting. I don't want to speculate publicly, but I wouldn't presume on what we're going to do in the March meeting.
So if the number of diagnosed cases accelerates, that would be a factor mm-hmm. that you and your fellow FOMC colleagues will look at and say, well, it's accelerating. People are going to be more worried, so maybe we better go ahead and do another dose of insurance or looking at financial conditions or just trying to keep things in a position where they're stable.
So even before this, I was expecting that once we get a cluster of cases, that it's likely to increase. And so we're just going to have to see what the actual developments are over the next 10 days, 2 weeks. And so that'll be a key factor, yes, I'll be using to judge at least what's appropriate and whether we can wait longer and get more information or whether we should do more. And I'll be making that judgment. But the reason I'm commenting, I think this is not the time to be making long-term prognostications. A week is an eternity in this situation, and that daily events are happening so rapidly. So I'm going to avoid explicitly making prognostications about what we might or might not do because events are unfolding so rapidly.